Karibu katika Cefona, kituo cha usalama wa chakula na tiba asilia, kilicho katika Chuo Kikuu cha teknolojia cha Dedan Kimathi. Cefona ni kituo cha ubunifu na utafiti kinachoongoza katika kukuza usalama wa chakula, afya ya jamii na matumizi ya tiba za asili zenye msingi wa kisayansi.
This is the Center for Food Safety and Naturopathy, where I am the director, and how the center came up is out of the research that I do. I've been running research projects for the last 10 years now on functional foods, and I've done a lot of work promoting functional foods among the smallholder farmers, setting a demo farm as you can see behind me here, and also coming up with innovative products. Among the functional foods we are talking about, we have chia. Chia is superfood. It's the best superfood rated in the world, where it is very high in protein. It has complete protein like meat. It is also very well balanced in terms of the minerals, the oils, which is high in omega-3, and also other essential nutrients that the body needs. In fact, when you take a glass of chia, it's like you have taken a whole meal.
Kimeanzishwa kwa lengo la kukabiliana na changamoto za vyakula visivyo salama na kutafuta mbinu za afya endelevu kwa jamii ya Kenya na kanda nzima.
This is what we call Peruvian nipple, and this is how it looks like when you uproot it. It has the roots. These are the tubers, we would call them. They are edible. These are the fruits. It's very delicious, by the way. What happens is, first, the yacon, we call it superfood because it has a sugar that does not affect your blood sugar so much. The glycemic index is very low. It's called fructooligosaccharides. And also it has a fiber that is called inulin, which is very good for GIT. So when you consume such a fruit, it is prebiotic. It takes care of the probiotics in your gut. So we always say that if your gut is healthy, you are healthy. After harvesting, for the sugar to increase and to get fixed, you subject it to sunlight. You can let it bask for 2 to 3 days, and after that you just peel and eat. Just peel it and eat. It's very nice. It's sweet, and it's a fruit of the day, I would say. It's very good for diabetic people and people who want to stay healthy. So after harvesting, after you get the roots here, you also have the nodules, the ones you are seeing in purple. These nodules are the ones that you remove and you plant, and you're able to multiply your crop. This is a fruit that we are promoting among smallholder farmers. We just say, don't even farm it for sale or ask where the market is, but first consume, because you are supposed to take 5 portions of fruits and vegetables per day, and locally many people do not consume fruits or vegetables. And where we are standing in Nyeri County, in central Kenya, we lead in chronic diseases in Kenya. You in central and whoever else, we need to eat healthy. The yacon plant looks like this when it's small. This is the yacon plant when it's about 1 month. What I'm holding, these are vegetables. So you can take this as greens. You diversify, not just taking ugali with sukuma all times. You can add this. They are packed with anti-nutrients. So when it is young, it's a vegetable, but don't pick so many of the leaves because you reduce production down there. Let it grow, but when it is this size, the leaves are a bit bitter. We are also developing herbal teas with this. Soon we'll be launching in the market.
Dira ya Cefona ni kutoa suluhisho za kiafya kwa njia ya kiuhalisia, chakula salama, mazingira safi na jamii zenye afya njema.
What we have done is we have done research. We engage graduate students, undergraduate students, and researchers at all levels. We come up with innovative products which we are now commercializing through different startups. We have one successful startup, that is Afya Wellness, which I am the CEO and the founder. We've been able to commercialize chia seeds, chia yogurt, a yacon probiotic immune boost, that is fermenting yacon, that is the root I'm talking about, with some herbs, and you come up with a very nice drink that boosts your immunity, that suppresses cold, and that keeps your mood good. And then we have also commercialized hibiscus products. Some we blend with herbs and like that, and we also have the chia yogurt. So the 4 products are already in the market through Afya. which we have our processing facility here in the university as an incubation center, and the university supports us through the seed fund. We are also coming up with other startup companies through the initiatives that we have here. One of the successful initiatives that we have is Green the Movement. That is a student-led initiative where students from all faculties came together, formed a movement, and they joined me to do farming. Because for me, when I talk about research, I don't just do research in the lab, but I believe in food comes from the soil, so you always have to start from the farm and then look at the whole value chain. What types of food can you develop out of a specific crop, and non-food products that you can develop, and the waste you generate, how can you utilize it? So at the Cefona demo farm, we have been able to set a circular farming system where we farm chia and other crops in the farm, where we have created biodiversity. The biomass we get, we use it for oyster mushroom production. We use the biomass as substrate for mushroom growing.
The main reason yenye nilijoin club, kitu ya kwanza sana ni I wanted to be a source of change, because many of times nimetaka sana nimekuwa nikisema the government is, or there are people who are not doing their role, but I wanted to be a part of the change that this group is bringing to into the society. So in the long term, tunaangalia a generation where we'll be eating healthy foods, a generation where we'll be eating food as medicine, a generation where we'll be so conscious about what we eat and what we are doing, what we are planting, or what we are doing to our farms, that tuna create continuity and sustainability in the near future. Another reason yenye nilijoin club ni ilikuwa mimi ni mkulima na limanga pali natoka, na imeni challenge sana to look for other methods or alternative methods za ku bring sustainability in the food security system. As you know, agriculture is the background of of Kenya and Africa as a large. So tukiweza ku put our minds together through the projects zenye tuko nazo, through the research and innovation yenye tunafanya, tunaweza kuwa wase wenye na bring change, tukifikiria family zetu zenye ziko mbele yetu, tukifikiria watoto wetu wenye wanakuja.
We are doing the oyster mushrooms. This is also a training facility for farmers who come here, and researchers are using different products from this place to do their research. So the biomass is used to grow the mushrooms assorted. We do a combination, and then the spent substrates that we get from the mushrooms, we use it for mulching our crops, and also we are coming up with other innovative products like rabbit feeding, pellets and such other products.
Kituo hiki hushirikiana na viwanda vya chakula, watafiti na jamii ya ujumla ili kuhakikisha kuwa chakula kinachotumiwa ni salama, kimehifadhiwa vizuri na hakina madhara kwa afya. Kupitia mafunzo, tafiti na uhamasishaji, Cefona huongeza viwango vya usalama kwa chakula na kuongeza uelewa wa lishe bora kwa wananchi.
Here we have our rabbit house, and we have different species here. The rabbit keeping is to close the loop of circular farming, where we use the biomass at the farm, some weeds from the farm, we feed our rabbits. We are not using any commercial feed, but very soon we are going to have pellet making, and what we are targeting is the spent mushroom substrate in combination with other substrates in the farm. We will make a formula where we will be making the pellets that we can use for our rabbits, and we can also be selling to farmers commercially. At the side you can see some jerry cans. That is the urine that we are fermenting with botanicals, and it's a startup company that is coming up through the students. So this is what we advocate farmers to go for. We always say in a farm, have a small ruminant animal. These are easy to keep because you're not buying anything. You just give what is within the farm. You can see the containers for water is just the waste material, plastic waste material that we make sure we clean every day so that they don't get infected. And we are calling also students from the leather technology. This is a source of leather. You can make many products out of the rabbit feather. We also want the food scientists to make meat products, and this is open to everyone to come and do innovation in terms of those who are in the university. We advocate for our farmers in the region to practice circular farming system. Let's regenerate our systems. Let's make our soil rich. Let's use what we have within the farm. You have source of meat, you have source of food, source of vegetables, and you stay healthy. And this is what we call functional foods or sustainable living.
Mbali na hilo, Cefona pia huendeleza tiba asilia ikihimiza matumizi ya mimea kama dawa na tiba mbadala kwa kuzingatia ushahidi wa kisayansi. Kituo hiki kina bustani ya mimea yenye tiba na huandaa vyakula asilia vyenye kazi maalum za kiafya.
We also have assorted herbs, vegetables and fruits that are good for boosting people's health. When you talk about functional food, that is the type of food you consume and you boost your immunity. As in, we say food is not just food. Let's take food as medicine. Let's eat for a purpose. Let's have sustainable diet where we take care of our health and wellness. And we also stay vibrant and in good mood. And as you can see, I'm always happy because I eat those functional foods. This is Babadensis aloe vera. It is the aloe vera that is edible. Let me give you a secret. When you have a cold, you boil water. Then you take a leaf of these and you split it with a knife. You put it there. First, the water boils, you put the fire off. You put these inside there in the water, you put some rosemary and other herbs here, and then you cover for about 5 minutes and you drink that. It suppresses the cold. It's very rich in antioxidants. It's very good, and it makes many types of blends that are good for healthy eating. So this one is very bitter, but this is the edible aloe vera. There are many people who have taken aloe vera and you have heard of incidents where somebody consumed aloe vera drink and passed away. That is not the way to go. Let's multiply this. And it's very easy. You can see a lot of shoots here. You just plant one and you have plenty of them in your farm. This is what we call chicory. Leaves are also edible. For those who like mokimo, in this region they always talk of kahorora. You can go for these to diversify what you use at home. I always say that sometimes I mash food with the acorn leaves, I mash food with chicory leaves. That way you are able to get different types of antioxidants from plants and they help your body. This is a crop we call geranium. Why have we planted it here? It is good for some types of diets, but not so much. We are going for the cosmetics. This one we are able to extract essential oils from it that smell rosy, the rose essence. So we have those who are doing cosmetics. They are using a lot of geranium and other herbs that they are blending here and coming up with very good cosmetics that smell very good. What we also do at the farm, we are installing a biogas to be able to create biofuel, where we shall be using the spent mushroom substrate with the animal waste like the rabbits and other animal waste to generate fuel that we can use to support our catering department. And then the waste you get from the biomass, it also goes to the farm. So that means there is a circular farming system where the farm is able to sustain itself. We don't get input from outside. We enrich our soil through what we have at the farm. And what we believe in and what I've been advocating is that we switch back to the real farming. We call it regenerative agriculture. Let us regenerate our soil. Let us enrich our soil. I always say that if the soil is alive, it's going to give you food. And that's what we have done, encouraging organic matter in the soil and also using input within the farm such that you purely do organic farming. And that is how you can now say that let people take food as medicine. It's functional food, but it's not contaminated. And that is our belief here. So of all what you have said here, students are now coming up with different startups. Through the Green Lab movement, and these are students from all faculties, we have now started skincare products. We have an upcoming startup called Naturo. It comprises students from industrial chem, from engineering, because we need extraction of essential oils from the herbs, and also students from food science. They team up together and do some innovations where they are getting very good skincare application, which is also enriched with coffee. Dedan Kimathi is very good with coffee. And what we have done is we don't just use coffee for consumption, but you can also use it for beauty. We also have another upcoming startup where we are making rabbit fat. That is a biofertilizer from the rabbit urine enriched with some botanicals. That is on process and soon we'll be launching that. We also have another upcoming startup We call it yako wine, where we are using the Peruvian apple or yacon. We ferment with specific botanicals. When I say botanicals, I mean the herbs we have at the farm. So that process is also ongoing, and soon we'll be having very nice white wine from yacon, and that also comprises students and staff from different faculties. And our target is that Cefona, annually we should be launching 5 startups per year. So right now we have Afya Lishe a success, we have the 3 more that are upcoming, and we need 1 more to close the year. And that is how we'll be working, because research has now changed. We are not doing research for publication and promotion. We are doing research for application, where we look at the output of research need to be commercialized. And so me as Monica, because I've gone through the program of research to commercialization, I'm taking my team through the same process, that they can be able to do research on something that will create a business for you. And so I tell my students, it's not a must that after you do the course you go knocking doors. You can leave this university as a CEO of a company. And that's what we encourage our food science students and any other students from other faculties.
Joshua Gichana, nafanya Chakula Science. Mimi niko passionate about agriculture na innovations. Kwa hii university tumekuwa na hii platform ya ku-develop products na kuwa entrepreneurs. Na tulikuwa tumeweza kuparticipate kwa event moja ya I2B, na tuliemerge kukuwa number 1 na 3, of which I was lucky to kuwa number 3 in the group that won. Hii movement iko na potential kubwa sana, kwa sababu tunaweza kukuza hii kipaji kwa wanafunzi, ambacho kitawasaidia sana sana kwa kuweza kuendeleza maisha yao poa katika biashara zao pia.
Kupitia maarifa, utafiti na mazoea endelevu, tunaamini kuwa afya bora inaanzia kwenye lishe bora na tiba salama. Ukiwa mwanafunzi, mtaalamu wa afya, mtafiti au mkulima, Cefona ni mahali pa kujifunza, kushirikiana na kuleta mabadiliko chanya.
And I also encourage people to eat nutritious food, to eat healthy at all times, and that is why very soon we are going to start nutrition education, where we offer online courses and physical courses, so that we can show people how to eat well and how to have sustainable diet. On top of what you are doing at Cefona, this is also a hub for training of smallholder farmers. We have farmers coming here almost on weekly basis. I can say we have an average of 5 to 10 farmers coming in, and what we do, we have a package for them. We only charge 600 per farmer. We take you through the whole process. We look at what we have planted here, different functional crops that we have. We can say over 50 species, and then we take you through the product development. We have a lot of products that are there for showcasing, and then we leave you now to make a decision. Many farmers, they may not be able to start the agribusiness, but they have switched their diet to eating sustainably to sustain themselves. Some farmers, they come here, and also individuals who come here with chronic diseases, we just advise them on how can you change your diet and start eating some of these therapeutic foods, we call them. And also, at least we usually say that in a day, take something raw. At least choose something that is raw, because it's going to give you some nutrients that will not be in cooked food. An example, enzymes. Enzymes are denatured by cooking. Antioxidants, you get them from the crops here. So it's always good to take something raw, and also to look at how do I diversify my diet, so that I don't just say my food is githeri, my food is ugali. No. We have to change, because we want to live in a healthy nation, and also we want to be happy, because we are created to be happy. Don't forget, we say you are what you eat, and it's in 3 dimensions. It's what you eat spiritually. Are you connected with your maker? Emotionally, do you have a positive attitude? Are you a pessimist or an optimistic person? And physically, what do you put in your mouth? Physically, if you want to eat well, come and visit Cefona. You learn more. I have my team ready to take you through the process. Visit Dedan Kimathi. You can get some nodules, you can get seedlings we sell, and you get some fruits to taste. Thank you. And it's the same plant that I use to make my immune boost, a probiotic immune boost. I'm using this as a substrate. I do it scientifically. I've patented a very good product that you just need to take a thought per night and you go to sleep and you boost your immunity. It's not alcoholic, but it is very nice. Thank you.
Kwa taarifa zaidi, tembelea tovuti yetu cefona.dkut.ac.ke. Cefona, sayansi, usalama na tiba asilia kwa afya bora.